So today we have a topic about development in the organizations. We're going to study the first new topic, then we continue with a discussion based on a case study which I sent to you by email about the British Gas, about the roles, responsibilities and career development at the British Gas Company. So you should review or read before today's session. I hope you have done. You have prepared your answers. So because at the end of the case study, we have a few kinds of questions. Let me see first. So here is at the conclusion. You have 4 questions to answer on discussions. So first we are starting from the topic, then we continue with the discussion. So I hope you agree. So we are combine the theories with the practice. That would be more interest for you. So the class would be more interactive, I hope so. So here is the development. What is actually development? So we are going to talk about development in the organizations, in the business, about the individual's employees' development. So the topic and structure of the lesson would be introduction to development. We are going to identify what is development, what kind of development we have. We're going to study about the learning development and about the career development, which means development, learning development about the knowledge and skills. And development in the career ladder is about how we are going to develop in our professional, based on our professional skills and experiences. So for training development to be effective in terms of business success, it should be linked upfront with the business strategy. So what it means when we have training development programs in the organization, they must be linked to the business strategy at overall, to the business objectives. So it's believed that the organization to operate effectively, human resource development should take place all three levels. That means we have to introduce the development in the corporate planning. When we plan first, when we make a planning in the organizations. Next one, in the line management, all the division and business units must be involved in the development process. As well the operational, that means when we work in our everyday duties, development process should be involved, should be taken. So we have some increasing evidence that show that employees and potential employees, they are more interested in the development opportunities than in the financial rewards, which means today people, nowadays they are interested in the development opportunities, which means they're interested in what kind of train and learn programs the company can offer, how we can reach our career ladder, than just about when we talk about the salary and rewards. But actually this kind of evidence depends on the country, on the economics of the country itself. So most in the developed countries, we have the picture about when people are interested in the development opportunities than the financial rewards. But when we talk about the developing countries, which is like we have Afghanistan, like Russia, like my country, Kazakhstan, this is all developing countries. In such countries, most people interested in the financial rewards, which means we are interested in the high salaries, in bonuses, which provide the company, right? I think you agree with me. And development activity can drive motivation and commitment. That means development programs, they actually motivate and stimulate people to work, to perform better. So here is given some two kinds of statements which is very interesting. First is, if we want employees to learn new skills and become multi-skilled, it is skills development we need to revert than the job that is currently done. So that means if you would like to be your employees, or you want, as your employee want to be multi-skilled, you must develop your skills, which means, for example, to know a few kind of foreign languages, or you like can get knowledge in some different programs. If we're talking about the IT, you can learn this, some computer languages also. So multi-skilled people is very highly qualified people. But if we wish employees to gain the vocational qualification, we need to reflect this in our recruitment criteria and reward systems. So that means if we would like that our employees be more qualified, firstly, in the first steps, so we have to upgrade our recruitment process, and then we have to think about our reward system, which must be highly motivated. So the reward systems, the promotion, the career moves, all must be separate to the development strategy. So that means when a company creates some development strategy, when we talk about the learning training programs, all that they must be linked to the payment, to the employees' payment, to their rewards, to their bonuses, as well to their promotions and career moves. What is actually development? Let's see. So here is given that development by academic literature is defined as the growth or realization of a person's ability through conscious or unconscious learning. So that means we are upgrading the person's ability to learn more, to get new knowledges and skills. So it looks beyond today and today's job. It has a more long-term focus. That development programs, they are actually given for long-term, for beyond the 1 year. They help individuals handle the future responsibilities. Also, it prepares the employees to keep the pace, which means with the organization it changes the growth. That means development, it helps employees to be in one line with the organization's changes, which means to be in one step with the organization's development. And also it emphasizes the continuous learning and the growth. Yes, here is I have some let's say some recommendation or some statement from Muhammad Ali. He says that sometimes if our employee becomes a multi-skilled, the employer can leave the company. But here is, if we talk about that we can provide the learning and training programs to our employees, so also we have to provide the very good reward systems, which means the payment process, the performance payment should be also very high. So that in this kind of situation, the employees might be very low, have a very low wants to leave the company. This is very important when you provide some training and learning programs to the employees. You also must motivate them to work with the company, to live in the company, to be more loyal to the company. That means you can also provide some long-term development programs. That means beyond the 5 years, for example. Also, you can promise like some promotion in the future. Also, you can not the promise, so you can give some plans about rising the salaries, bonuses to the specific employee. So why we talk about that the motivation programs, they must be linked to development programs and reward systems as well. the payment as well. So it's very important. Some organizations, they do a mistake about when they provide some learning training programs at a free, for example, at free charge, and then when employees got some new skills and knowledge, become high qualified, they leave actually the company. The mistake is why the company don't think about how to make a loyal employee to the company itself, how to live, how to remain the employees actually in the company. This is very important. So, as example, I can give you some companies. They provide the training development programs, but they sign the contract with the employees about that employee must work at the company during the 5 years after he finished the training development programs. So that means this program is not free at charge. Some kind of commission or some percentage of the payment would be deducted from the salary. So this is like an example. So what is actually about the training? So training is defined as the planned process which to modify attitudes, knowledge, and skills, behaviors through the learning experiences to achieve the effective performance in some activities. So in the training, we are modifying, we are upgrading our knowledge, skills, which regards to our job, to our specific job. And it's designed to permit the learners to acquire the knowledge. So we will get the new knowledge, new skills, which we need for the current job, for the current duties we do actually. So why? Because the environment is the rapid and change, right? And we must be like in one line, in one step with the change which happens in the world, in the technologies, in the different fields of which is economics or politics. So we must be, if you want to be high skilled, the professional qualified, and you want to get a very high payments as salaries and bonus, you must be in one line with the changes which happens in your fields, in your country, which happens in the business actually, in the business at common. We must always upgrade our knowledges, our skills, and get the new experiences in the different fields. If we have some diverse experience, it's very good for the employees. So you can diversify your qualifications if you would like so. So what is actually the human resource development? It's a planned, continuous effort by the management to improve the employee competency levels and the organization's performance through the training and development programs. That the development, the human resource development, so it's actually created by the management itself, by the management. So in management, support the employees to get new knowledges and skills to get a good performance, which would be resulted in the overall company's profits. So in the practice, when we talk about the human resource development, we have some T&D. Maybe you have heard about the training and development programs which we have in the organizations. It's very important when the company has the development and training programs, because this is we seen as investment in the human resource, in the people. This is first is the financial investment in our people, in our foreseeable future, in our business actually. And the company which wants to reach the high results, to get some niche in the market, they must actually make investment in the human resources, must invest in the employees through the development and training programs. So what is the main purpose, the aims of the human resource development? First is to increase productivity. Of course, when we train and develop our employees, they do the job better and better. That means they perform, they get good results. And of course, there would be results in our productivity, in the sales of the company, for example, if say. The next one is to prevent the obsolescence of the skills at all levels in the company. To prevent obsolescence, it means we must upgrade the skills, all the employees in the company, all people which work in the company. We have to upgrade them every day. Another one, to develop the organization as a whole one, this is clear. Improve the quality of work, to improve the standards and safety at work also, and reduce the waste, the accidents, some turnover and absenteeism. Of course, we would like to reduce our turnover staff. We would like to reduce the absenteeism. They're just wasting time at work. For example, most of you know that I can't say that about all the professionals, but most of the company does this, the normal manager which work in the company, they waste the time for some not necessarily things like take a coffee or something, like check your emails, or that they're wasting time. That the best the important things in the development program, that you must let's say control your time at work to make them more quality, to let's say to give the efforts as much as more you can do at your time working. This is also would be give you a good opportunities for you itself actually. But it's not we are talking about when we work just like beyond the 8 hours at work and we are not getting some additional payment for this. This is not about this. This is when we do quality work at the time given at the organizations. And also this is, the question is regarding to our management. They must manage the time and the employee to make a quality work, to make a quality performance. Also, another one, the purposes of development is to standardize the working practice and procedures to increase the job satisfaction, motivation, and morale that we have talked about that. Develop the knowledge and skills and attitudes, of course, to develop the adaptability of workforce, bring people to the level of performance, which means the standard performance required to the job. That means we support the people to perform as we have in the plan. Also upgrade the employee skills to qualify them for promotions. So that means if you as employee, you want to get some promotions in the company, you have to develop your knowledges and skills. Because without your upgrading your knowledge, skills, and experience, you can't get any promotions. And also, it's very important in the development when the management is involved in the process. Because the management, they deliver the training and development programs to all employees. And the top management, actually, this is all depends on what kind of training programs, it depends on what top management think about those training and development programs. Because they actually create those programs and offer to the employees. And also the top management must identify, is it necessary to the employees to get the training development programs? If it's necessary, of course it's necessary. Before we have talked that the investment in the development in the human resources is very important. So if it's necessary, it's really necessary. What kind of training programs, what kind of development programs we can offer to the employees to increase their knowledge and skills? to upgrade their attitudes, to upgrade their experiences. What we have to do, what kind of programs? This is very important. To offer those programs which is very necessary in their current jobs, in the everyday duties. For example, the company wants to enter to international market. As we do so, the company they must have the skilled employees which is know, for example, English language as a foreign language. So the companies provide the train programs based on the English courses. And in that kind of situation, when the company wants to enter the international market, all employees must be involved in the English courses programs. All employees in all divisions is very important. Of course, the first is we produce the programs to the people who's working with the customers. This is like a sales departments, maybe marketing departments. Then other divisions must be involved also in the programs, in the learning programs. And also, as I know, most of companies they offer those learning programs, as we can say, the English courses at the free charges, or it could be deducted from the salaries. And it's very important when we have to, as we are top management, we have to monitor the knowledges of the employees. Do they really study language? How they perform actually? How they practice their knowledges? And how do they apply their knowledge in the practice? So here in Figure 1, we can see the learning cycle. I'm sorry for 5 minutes. So we are going to continue the learning cycle. So let's see how is actually learning process is going on in the company. Here is the Figure 1 shows you. First is activity. Just wanna show the activity. Activity, which means the learning process itself, the training programs. So when the employees involved in the training program, then it continues with the reflection. How actually the employees reflect to the training programs. Then it continues with the theory buildings. Like the employees, they will build their theory based on their learnings. What actually they get from those programs, what kind of knowledge and skills. And then it continues with their planning how to put it into practice. The main question, you already have got the new knowledges and skills. Now the question is how you're going to put those knowledges in the practice, to use your to use those skills and knowledge in the practice, in the current job. The activity, which means the learning process, the training programs itself. When we are learning, when we are studying, actually, the studying process. So this is Figure 1. It's clear. Let's continue. So in the learning development, we have a few different types of the learners. Let's see. The Honey and Mumford, this is the scientist, they identify the individual's learning styles as activist, reflector, the theorist, and pragmatist. And explain that we talk about the employees. When we are involved in the learning process, you can identify your own style, who you are actually. For example, The activists, they learn best from the having a go and trying something out without necessarily preparing. They would be enthusiastic about the role play exercise and keen to take risks in the real environment. So activists, this is the people when they actually like they have some roles to play, to have some exercise in the training programs. Reflectors is much better at listening and observing the programs. Actually, they are like to listen to new programs, new knowledges, and they are effective at reflecting on their own and others' experience and good at analyzing what happened and why. So the reflectors, those people who actually they listen information, they collect information, then they analyze information. Means how those knowledges is necessary to apply in the practice and how we can apply it. And theorists, their strengths are in the building a concept or theory on the basis of their analysis. They're good at integrating the different pieces of information and building the knowledge of the way things operate. They may choose to start their learning by reading a round of topics. The theories, their strength in the building concept, they like actually read and review all the theory, learning programs, and so on. And who is the pragmatist? This is they are keen to use, like they are very strong in the use whatever they learn and will always work out how they can apply it in the real situation. And they will plan how to put it into the practice. This is actually the best learners, the pragmatics, the best learners, because first they think about how to apply the new knowledges and skills in the practice. And they will value all the information ideas they are given only if they can see how to relate them to practical tasks they need to do. That means they collect only those information which is really valued to the current job. So you can identify yourself who you are. You are pragmatist, you are theorist, you are reflectors, or you are activist. So reflectors, as we have seen, this is people who like, for example, they are attending some learning programs and just listen and observing the knowledges that they are actually getting in the programs. And they reflect their own and other experience and good at analyzing. Actually, the reflectors is actually also very good learners, because for the very interesting thing that they're reflecting their own and the others' experiences about their knowledge and skills, and analyzes what is happening actually. How the people actually, if another members of the team have gotten knowledge, same knowledge and skills, and how they apply those new knowledge and skills at the practice. They're analyzing the other members' experiences, the reflectors. So you can think about who you are. Can you find yourself in these 4 kind of styles? Actually, each of the style is good actually for the company. But the best is, of course, if you combine all of them. You are good listening, then you are good in analyzing your job and others' experiences, and you are good in using knowledge and skills in the practice. You know how to use it. You know what information is valuable to your job, specific job, to your current duties. So this is, if you are combining 4 kinds of styles, it's the best, actually, the best style would be for you. But all styles, all employees which has a different kind of, so they are very good in in the team working, actually. When they are in team working, combines their knowledge and skills in one coherent style, that brings very good results to the company. I mean, in the development strategy. So I hope you understand the styles about the learning styles. If any questions so far? Actually, in the human resource management, we always talk about the people, and I always trying to give you a different kind or different types of employees, which I mean the different types of people. So, because we are all individuals, and we have different attitudes and behaviors, and by these conditions, the scientists, which is working on the human resources, they identify the styles based on statistics, informations, based the experiences, based on the interviewing. They collect all the information from the people, from their behaviors, from their thinkings, from their attitudes, and then they combine and create some styles, like, for example, learning styles. So, like activities, reflectors, theories, and pragmatics. If no question, we can move. So now we are going to learn about what kinds of methods of learning and development we have in the organizations. First is off-job methods of education and training courses. This is education course undertaken during a career, during your job, and are frequently done on a part-time basis. And they are lead to get the diploma or master's degree. For example, like MBA study. This is the off-job methods of the training courses. Another one, maybe some consultancy courses or accounting courses. Another one, short course based on the developing the time management, interviewing, or disciplinary skills. This is a few kind of types of the learning programs. So, off-job methods, when you have some training courses after your job done, after you finish your the everyday working duties, like we have right now MBA courses. Why is, so I have some question from Mr. Abaydullah. He says that it's called on-job training. No, it's off-job methods, off-job, which means off-job after your job done, after you finish your working day, everyday working day, on the part-time, when you have a free time, so you have some courses, training courses. This is we call off-job methods. This is, of course, that means, of course, this is kind of courses companies provide to the employees. But the courses must be taken after you finish your everyday job duties, not during your job process when you do your work 9 to 6. So it means when you have some training courses after 6 evening, after 6 p.m. or if you have some weekends on Saturday or Sunday, you can get the training course on that time. For example, about the MBA courses, if you do, if those courses you do payment from your own budget, this means, of course, you do investment in your own knowledge and skills. You do investment in your future. But some organizations, they provide such courses as MBA at the free charge to the employees. But not to all employees. Actually, mostly provide to the top management. But such as course as we have, and which is payable from your budget. This is your the individual development, your investment in your own foreseeable future in your careers. But it's also very good if you have no such opportunities from your company. You can do your own development. Any development is a good, and never mind how it comes, wherever it comes from the company or from your own potential. Next one is the object techniques. Like what kind of learning programs we have, like lecturing, the video presentations, the vestibular training, the role-playing, case studies, like we will have a later case study discussion, simulation, self-study, the program learning, laboratory training. This is all the techniques, the programs, when the company actually provides such program to the employees. We talk about when the company provides free charge such as techniques, such as learning programs. So another type of learning programs is the learning on the job. This is a different one. The manager coaching and other internal and external coaching. This is the manager as a coach helps trainees, which means the manager, for example, the supervisor helps to the employee to develop to support the opportunity to increase their knowledge and skills. When, for example, your supervisor helps you, support you at work to develop your knowledge skills, explain you new kind of topics, maybe explain you new kind of programs, or wants to involve you into some new kind of projects, so that the supervisor can, he's reaching to increase your performance at work actually. So this is learning on the job. This is when the learning happens during the working time, like 9 to 6, when your supervisors or your manager, a top manager, let's say, helps you to get a new knowledge and skills, which is regarding your profession, regarding your job, regarding your everyday duties. So next one is a peer relationship. This is which means the learning when it happens during the relationship among the employees. So it brings some kind of benefit to all employees when we have some communication with our colleagues. So we are sharing the information, new knowledges, some experiences. This is also learning process. Also, when the supervisor gives you feedback about your job, about your results, what you do actually every day. So this is all actually also we say we can call it as a learning program. Also, for example, this is the peer relationships. This is learning happens when, for example, as you are students, when you have some project based on the team working. Of course, you have a few kind of members. You are sharing information, knowledge, skills among the members. This is also seen as a learning process, because you are getting a new knowledge and skills. You are upgrading your minds with as I told you, with the knowledge and skills which you getting from the rest of the members of the team, from the people actually you are working near. Another one, we have some self-development. Involve the individuals in analyzing their strengths and weaknesses, and in the way in which they learn, actually primed by the means of questionnaires and the feedback from others. This is self-development. For example, you can do your own. When you, for example, if you work in some department, you have some colleagues which is maybe at the same level as you. You can get the feedback from your colleagues about your strengths and weaknesses, what he or she thinks about your job performance. Actually, maybe sometimes it's very difficult to us to identify our own weaknesses and strengths. Sometimes it's very difficult to see ourselves from another side. So in this kind of situation, you can ask your friend, or your friend as a colleague maybe, to give you feedback about your strengths and weaknesses, what he or she think about, what you have to improve, what kind of knowledge or experience, and where you have to focus. This is also learning program. This is self-development. So you are thinking about yourself, you are developing yourself. Like, for example, given examples like observation, collecting the feedbacks about how you do accurate, actually have some experiments with a different approach, what you are reviewing, what is happening actually, why, and what you can improve in yourself actually, which means in your everyday job performance, what you can do to improve your job performance, to improve yourself in means of the your abilities in the knowledges and skills. So this is also a learning type of this as a self-development. Sometimes let's say we fear about the self-development, to ask somebody to give you feedback about yourself. But if you have a good friend as a colleague in your company, you can have some relationship about work. If you can ask to give the feedback about yourself, I mean, you can do it vice versa. Like it would be as a winning strategy. You help to your colleague, and he helps to you to improve your own abilities at work. No need to scare about that. He can or she can evaluate you at the low ratings, let's say, or as a friend maybe would evaluate you on the higher ratings, which is not related to your levels. But the important thing is to be honest, to trust and be honest in the giving feedback about yourself, about your friend. Sorry. So also we have some self-development groups. When we have some, like, when a few kind of employees from it could be from different divisions, they have some team working under some projects. This is also self-development. They can do it on the job if they have free time, or they can do it after the job done on the part-time basis. Another one is nowadays comes as e-learning or blended learning. So IDS identified the main advantages of e-learning as flexible access across the time and place, and flexible use of content, the consistent delivery, the sustainable and easy to update, value for money. Of course, we save our costs, the being particularly useful for the launch of new products. E-learning also The e-learning examples, English courses can be as a e-learning. You can take as the MBA course also is a e-learning program. And different kind of learning programs which is related to your profession can be at the organizations. Actually, e-learning programs the organization offer at the free charge to the employees. But also, of course, it's not all. We talk about we talk about the large and some international companies, which is actually investing to the human resources and wants to develop organization with one level with the employees. So we have finished the introduction to development, and we have finished the learning development. We have talked about the different types of learning programs we have in the organizations. Now we have some study about the career development, how we can develop our careers, which means our promotions, how we can develop our jobs itself. So to study before it, we are going to discuss about our case study. Then we continue with our topics. Okay? I think this would be good for you. You can be interact to the session. So we have a half hour, so we can discuss about the British Gas case study. So have you read the British Gas case study at home? If you need to review it again, I can give you 10-15 minutes. Just let me know. If no, we can move at the questions. Okay, I give you okay, I give you 15 minutes. Is it enough to you read? Here is 4 pages, I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pages. Is it enough for you? So I give you 10 minutes to review again the British Gas case study. Then we'll move to the discussion. Okay? So we'll pause my class for the 10 minutes. Thanks. So let's start the discussion. So I hope you already reviewed the case study. So the first question is, describe the different job roles that individuals undertake within a large organizations. So we have to describe what kind of different jobs we have in the British Gas company. So who wants to answer for the questions? So I'd like to listen each student for the questions. So if you answer for the question by question, that would be good. You can answer for one question if you would like so. So let's start from the first question. So who wants to describe, just in few words only, in the 2-3 sentences, to describe the different jobs that we have in the British Gas company? Anyone? In the case study, it explained the first 2 pages. What kind of job roles have the British Gas company has? What divisions? What structure of the company? Mr. Obaidullah Faisal wants to answer for the questions. Please. Mr. Obaidullah Faisal. Please talk, because I can't hear you.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Please, you would like to answer for the question number 1.
Okay. In the organization, first, a person or an in this organization, maybe we say in the gas company. So first, when someone
So I'm sorry, but
trainee.
your voice is very
Yeah,
low.
rules. I'm going to. Okay. Is it okay now?
Yes, right now is okay. So please speak more wide.
Okay. Okay. In the organization, first when someone starts or when someone is given the role, so he first starts as a trainee. He is trained in the organization. His first to work just as a trainee. They train him, the organization train him and give him more jobs. After that he becomes operational, we can say operational manager. And they give them the role of operational manager. So he can take care of the customers and take care of the organization both. He monitors the service or the quality of the service, the quality of the product that he provides to the customers, and also he monitors the relation of the customer with the organization and the relation of the customer with the company as an operational manager and also as a service manager. So they give them different roles. They give the organization, give the person who is working in an organization like three roles, main roles, we can say trainee role and the operational manager role and the service manager role. This was just I had about the first question.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Abaydallah. Thank you very much. So we are moving to the second question. So explain why the large organizations are divided up into small parts, and mention span of control with your answer and provide examples of how can an organization can be divided actually. So the question number 2 is, so you have to explain why the big organization they divide into the small part, why they have such kind of structure. Who wants to give answer? So I can see the hand, Mr. Navid wants to give his own answer. Yes?
Yeah, hello, do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you very well, please.
Thank you very much. Let me repeat the question. Explain why large organizations are divided into smaller parts. Because in a large organization, if there is only we have different kind of structures. If we have a kind of tall structure in an organization, a kind of hierarchical structure that is difficult for open communication, it is difficult. Because of this, organizations always divide into smaller units in order to have to act on the needs or the areas. Like we have operation areas, we have like services areas, we have management overall, and different organizations. There are different units that reach to answer to the goals and objectives that the organizations are started to work on. But in this case study, as we see their success is on making not a tall structure, making a flat structure, which gives them opportunity to have an open communication and also better, wider span of control, because there are few layers of management, and which means that the operatives can easily access and communicate with the managers more easily and quickly. And the workers also can take the responsibilities for decision making, and also it's more motivating the workers and the workforce. And this is a kind of new kind of system which is allowing the business to change rapidly to the response of market, customers, and competition. This is very good. Actually, in an organization nowadays I'm working as the same kind of a structure, which is a kind of open communication system. It's not like the tall structure, it's a flat structure as well, that allows all the workforce to have an open communication and to have decision. So these are the examples. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Navid. So we have good, very good answer. So, and the main thing is very important that when we have a large company which is working the thousands of people, the main thing is how to control those thousands of people. The main thing is when we are dividing the small parts for 10, 20 pieces of by the units, it would be it helps us to control, to monitor people more clearly and better. This is very important. How we can control and monitor the job performance when we have thousands. It's very difficult if we have one top manager would be continue with working on the 100 or 200 people. So the best solution is to divide for the small parts, to manage, to control people in the right way. Okay, that's very good. So we continue with the third question. So here is analyze the differences between the decisions taken by those working at operative level and those working as the operational managers. So what do you think? What kind of decisions takes operative level, the just operation managers, or the operational, the just level the specialists like in services, and what about the decisions who's taking the operational managers? Well, the difference about their decisions, of course, the importance is very important. The value of their decisions. Who wants to answer for the question number 3? What do you think? I can see hands, Mr. Mustafa.
Yeah.
Mr. Mustafa.
Yeah. Can you hear me, madam?
Yes, we can hear you. Please.
Okay. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to answer the third question. Although I couldn't read exactly this British gas case study, but regarding the question, as we have in many kind of organization, a systematic hierarchy in many kind of organizations, which starts from operational employees, and then operational managers or first line managers, then middle line managers, and third top managers, or the overall managers. According to the hierarchy that we have in each organization, the decisions are taken in each level of managerial parts. It's a little bit different with each others. For example, the top managers are the operational, and the top managers are usually taking those decisions which are strategic and usually those for long-term plans or strategic plans. The middle managers are usually taking the tactical decisions, and making tactical plans, while the operational managers or first-line managers are usually taking decisions which are in short term and based on the customers' needs and the market trends in short-term periods. In this case study, we also have such kind of structure, and British gas. The operatives usually focusing on the needs, the short-term needs of customers, and the problems that they are facing with. Usually, they're taking short-term decisions. With operational managers, which are classified here as the top managers, they're usually taking the strategic or long-term decisions for making the decisions. They usually need wide range of skills. They usually setting targets, managing budgets, identifying areas where costs can be reduced to improve profitability and efficiency. So this were a brief difference between the decisions taken in many parts of organizational structure. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mustafa. So we have got your answer. Yes, that we have a difference between decisions which the operational managers do and what they actually, for example, as a service operations do. Just the normal people who's working under operational managers. Of course, the operation managers, their decision is more strategic, which is related to the objectives of the company. Is in taken with the recommendation from the top management. So let's move to the next one. Okay, question number 4. Evaluate how decisions taken at different levels within the organization help to meet the customer needs. So how decisions that is being in the different levels of the operations or services, actually all the decision which is taken on the different kinds of units, how they actually help to meet the customer needs, which means how those decisions can help to satisfy the customer needs, to have good feedback from the customers to satisfy their needs and wants. Who wants to answer for the question number 4? Anyone? Anyone? I can see the hands of Mr. Abaidullah. You want to answer for the question number 4, or you just forgot to take it off? That means the question is simple. It's like how different units in the company, how like different departments, they help to increase to acquire the customers. What they do actually, how they can help to increase our customers' numbers, to increase our sales. What they do actually, how they can help. They give some recommendations. Anyone wants to answer for the question number 4? Okay. Okay, I can answer for the question number 4 if I can't see any presenter. So, evaluate how the decision taken at different levels within an organization help to meet the customer's needs. Levels. So, think about the levels. First, we have the which is down. If we go from top to down to top is the levels like operations, which is who working with the customers. For example, in this case study, let me show you. Here is given some statement about the Maria. Can you see it? Maria is a trainee electrical field engineering. So she's okay. Here is. She has some training programs to increase her skills. And Maria's job involves installing and maintaining the domestic electrical equipment. So the Maria, she's working with the customers. She's direct working with the customers. And how she can help to the organization to increase the customers, to meet the customer needs. For example, when she goes to the homes, to apartments to install some equipment, which is electrical equipment, she can ask the customer's feedback about the equipment. She can ask some recommendations or some proposal. What can be done by the company to improve the services, to improve the equipment itself. So Maria, she's directly communicate with the customers. And through her level, as she's enduring the first level, at the down level, she can bring very good decisions to meet the customers' wants and needs. She can help to the company, let's say, to achieve, to solve some problems which may be faced with the customers. Because she's interact directly with the customers. She communicates with the customers. She can talk to the customer. She can come to your house and ask what's the problem you have with the electrical equipment, what kind of service we can provide you to increase your satisfaction with our companies. So this is like a first level, the operation level, which is taken by the Maria. Next one, let's see the different levels, like if we talk about the operational managers. So from this side, when we talk about like what top manager can do to meet the customer needs. As example, when the top manager do some strategic decisions, when they have a planning which would be integrate with the company's objectives, because the top manager, he knows the company's strategy and he knows better what the company's objectives actually, and through the top manager he can move those all knowledges and about the company's objects to the level as a Maria. And they actually, these two levels is very important when the top managers and levels, which is working with the customers, will be integrated, will be have some relationship and communication and discussion about the customers' needs and wants. Because, for example, when we have some large companies, the top manager, they are sitting at the high level, and sometimes they can't see the customer needs. They cannot see what actually the customer wants from the company. Do they really satisfied with their services and products? And very important when we have highly integrated link between the top manager and the level as operational, like engineering, like a Maria, who is actually directly working with the customers. So she can provide us very valuable information about the customer's needs, about the customer's wants. Okay? So I think if you want to add some information, you can go ahead, please, if once. Okay, so we have done the half topic about development, and we continue with the development topic on the next session. So, and we have done the discussion about the British Gas Company case study. So I hope you like it. You like the discussion, and I really enjoyed that because I reach you as you have involved in the session. Actually, you interact with me. That's very good. So I hope I give you another kind of case study for the next session. So it's better if we will have every session some case studies for discussions. So we can upgrade our knowledge about the companies, actually what actually they use in the practice, not only theory. So if not any question, we can finish our class. It's already 8:30. And I will send you another kind of case studies, which would be also very interesting for you. I have some ones, and also you must review it before the next session. So maybe we won't leave there some time to review it again. We just rapidly, quickly will move for the questions, for the question side, for the question and answer part. So if you have any questions, you can just email me. If you want to, for example, if you when you review the case study, the better if you put your thoughts on the paper, so that you won't be forgot what you have think the first time how to answer for the questions. And you can type or send me on my email, so I can get your answers, and that would be better for me and for you, that I can get much more answers from the rest of students who didn't answer, and you also can be involved in the discussion at the class. So thanks a lot. So hope we will see all of you in the next session. Thank you very much. I have to join the class and I'm going to complete right now.